After Shaq, Joel Embiid became the first center after winning the NBA scoring title for the first time. Around 41 points on 14 of 17 shooting seems to be a good record performance for most players, but it's simply just another day in the game for Joel Embiid this season. The 76ers center overpowered the Indiana Pacers in the game on Saturday, giving his team its 50th win this season and putting an icing on the cake of this incredible season. And that is exactly what we'll be discussing in this video. Let's get started. Joel Hans Embiid is a Cameroonian professional player in basketball. He plays for the Philadelphia 76ers of the NBA and was born on March 16, 1994. The 76ers selected him with the third pick through the 2014 draft pick after just a year of him playing college basketball with the Kansas Jayhawks. Due to a series of foot as well as knee ailments, he did not make his NBA debut until 2016-2017. This was also when he was chosen to be the NBA All-Rookie First Team, although only appeared in 31 games. On the last day of the regular season, Embiid had become the obvious favorite to win the first scoring title for a center after Shaquille O'Neal did in 1999-2000. He clinched the award when Giannis Antetokounmpo had been ruled out from the Milwaukee Bucks season finale against Cleveland Cavaliers. This particular season, Embiid scored an average of 30.6 points a game, whereas Antetokounmpo averaged 29.9. Embiid did not play in Philadelphia's season-ending game that was against the Detroit Pistons. While Embiid tries to plead his point for league MVP, the scoring crown is a pleasant bonus. That battle would be even closer than the one for the scoring crown. Embiid, Nikola Jokic of Denver, and Antetokounmpo have made compelling bids for the honor. After missing the season's final 3 games due to a twisted ankle, Embiid's closest rival, LeBron James, who is Los Angeles Lakers forward, failed to not be eligible for the scoring title. In 2021-2022, James appeared in 56 games, falling short of the 58-game requirement for season-ending allocates. To be eligible for the scoring title, a player must have completed 58 games. Even though Embiid had been scoreless on Sunday, Antetokounmpo would just have required 47 points to overtake him and much more if Embiid had participated and put up his regular total. Embiid is the only fourth center to achieve the scoring title since 1976 and the very first since Shaquille O'Neal. Embiid established a number of records this season, including being the first international player who had led the league in scoring. Ever since the shot clock was instituted in the 1954-1955 season, Embiid's 33.8 minutes per game has surpassed Stephen Curry's 34.2 minutes in 2015-2016 as well as the last season. On top of that, Embiid created explosive history again on Saturday because if he doesn't score on Sunday, he'll have a season average of more than 30 points. This marked the first time in 40 years that somehow a center has averaged 30 points in each game in a season. David Robinson, then Shaquille O'Neal, and Patrick Ewing all got close, and yet no one has surpassed Moses Malone's mark since 1982. For Embiid, Malone is a good comparison. All through his Hall of Fame career, he had won 3 MVP honors. Embiid is vying for his very first NBA title and has openly advocated for it. While the 76ers, Malone had won a championship. Embiid is attempting to lead Philadelphia to the first ever NBA championship in almost a decade. Thus far, he really does have a long path to go. The 76ers are now seeded 4th in the Eastern Conference, which is not the best place to start a championship run. In their games on the road against the Toronto Raptors in the very first round, they would be missing unvaccinated wing Matisse Thybulle. James Harden had already struggled recently, and the 76ers lost vital depth in the deal for him. Embiid, on the other hand, has remained a regular during all of this. Before Harden came, he brought the team alive. He has continued to lead them afterward. He is currently experiencing one of the best offensive seasons a big man has ever been in NBA history. And also, that season will go down in records of NBA history. The Sixers, along with Embiid, will then prepare for the playoffs, which could feature a first-round showdown against either the Toronto Raptors or perhaps the Chicago Bulls. They'll encounter the Bulls if the Sixers beat the Pistons or when the Boston Celtics lose to the Memphis Grizzlies. The Sixers will face the Raptors if they lose. So this is all about Joel Embiid winning the NBA scoring title for the very first time and thereby becoming the first center to do so since Shaq. Comment and let me know who's your favorite NBA player is.